All right, today is Tuesday, August 8th, and we've got some new Guild Wars 2 news, and we're gonna go through it and see what we got, see if this is worth sharing. So if you're seeing this on YouTube, it was worth sharing. Soaring with the Skyscale, new news post. We're only a few weeks away from the launch of Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. When the expansion launches on August 22nd, it'll bring all new areas to explore set high in the skies above Tyria. 2 new explorable zones and the Wizard's Tower Outpost, with another map to open up in following releases as the story progresses. To help you explore those maps, you'll also get access to a new streamlined method to unlock your Skyscale Mount, plus new masteries for flying mounts. So to pause really quickly there, they have said already in previous discussions that the Skyscale was going to get a new method of getting it that is easier. Currently, the way of getting the Skyscale can be done in like a week, I think, but you've got to really be working on it like every day. It takes a lot of time. When it first came out, it was time-gated, and it took even longer, but less so now. So they're changing it and making a new way, but they also didn't want people to feel bad, like, oh man, I got it when it was difficult, now it's easier, I should have waited. They didn't want people to have those feelings, so what they did is they made some masteries for it that you can only get after, like, that you'll get some Skyscale masteries after you've done the Skyscale quest, one of the Skyscale quests, but if you've done both of them, your Skyscale will be even better, because there's going to be some masteries or perks or something. So that's what we already knew up to this point. The Raptor mount will also be unlocked for owners of Soto, although you will still need Path of Fire to train its masteries. Reintroducing the Skyscale. So we've got an image right here of it doing a flame blast. Now, in the past, the only flame blast it has is when you mount up on it and dismount, and then it shoots flame down at the ground. But this is not that. This is something new. The Skyscale Mount originally launched with the finale of Living World Season 4, War Eternal. It was unlocked by completing a series of achievements that required a significant time and material investment to reflect the Skyscale's position as something of a prestige mount. 4 years into the future, we're telling a story in primarily aerial maps that take advantage of different types of travel and movement. Excuse me, and we're adding a parallel path for unlocking the Skyscale and its masteries in Guild Wars 2 Soto. You'll be introduced to the new Skyscale acquisition method through the expansion story by unlocking the Flight Training Mastery line. After training the first tier of the line, you'll unlock the new Skyscale Collection. This collection is a streamlined successor to the original. Our primary goal was to simplify some of the steps while maintaining much of the collection's theming and story. As we approach giving players reliable access to the Skyscale in Guild Wars 2 Soto explorable zones, we took what we learned from maps such as Dragonfall and sought to improve the mount rental experience. In the new expansion maps, you do not need to go to a specific location on the map to hop on a Skyscale. You'll have access to the mount button just like players who have permanently unlocked it, allowing you to mount wherever you choose. Assuming you get to Skyscale Archipelago, it means a chain of islands, the first new explorable zone, by following the normal story progression. You'll have Skyscale access when you first set foot there. That's pretty nice. I'll be honest, the rare time I'm playing on my accounts that don't have mounts, I never bother with the mount rentals because they always feel like really out of the way. I usually just walk to where I need to go. So making it to where you can use it from anywhere, I think that is huge, huge, huge change. Plus, it can kind of get the people a taste for how good the Skyscale is and make them want to finish it, I think. Flight Training Mastery. If you aren't familiar with Guild Wars 2's account-wide progression system, check out the official wiki on Mastery to get a primer. I'll give it to you in a few seconds. If you get a Mastery, it applies to your whole account, every character. So if you get the Skyscale, it will apply to all your tunes. If you get a Skyscale Mastery, it will apply to all your tunes, such as the ability to mount it while you are falling through the air. That would apply to all of the characters on your account as soon as you get it. The new Flight Training Mastery line includes parallel skill unlocks for the original Skyscale Mastery line, a new Skyscale skill, and new interactions with other travel and exploration masteries. As you can see in the chart below, players who have already trained certain masteries, or who go back to unlock and train them later, will have additional benefits. Their mount's air rescue and wall launch skill will be upgraded to reflect their dedication. So air rescue lets you get on the mount while you are falling through the air. Wall launch lets you temporarily stick to the side of a wall with its claws, and its stamina bar will refill a little bit, or endurance I should say, and then you can continue on for a little bit longer. Updrafts and ley lines across Tyria will be compatible with the new combination masteries that allow flying mounts, the Griffin and the Skyscale, to take advantage of them. These types of complementary effects continue to expand the opportunities for exploration. They give riders new ways to pull off incredible aerial feats. And I apologize, I will have to turn off dark mode for this table. Ah! The Tier 1 Who Rescues Who grants air rescue. If you've got both tracks, you also will get Bond of Vigor. Bond of Vigor is the skill. You know what, I'm gonna, this is ridiculous, hold on. Let's do this. Is it just a little bit smaller? So Bond of Vigor is the skill that refills your endurance. So that means when you use air rescue, it gives you full endurance also, I think. Fireball grants an aerial flame attack while mounted on a Skyscale. I'm guessing that's this right here. Wall Spring gives wall launch, and if you already have wall launch, it will be charge faster and launch farther. It having a slow charge always felt kind of, I don't want to say bad, but it didn't feel great, so I think that's good that they're changing that. Enhanced updrafts. Flying mounts can use updrafts. Combat launch, gain the ability to mount your Skyscale in combat. This will be honestly great for, my first thought seeing this is the Mouth of Morgemoth in Dragon Stand. On that fight, I'll constantly like dismount from my flying mount just to glide and updraft higher, then get back on my flying mount. So this would be, nice there. Of course, that fight already takes, 1 minute to finish. Combat launch, gain the ability to mount your Skyscale in combat. In combat! Wow! No mount in the game allows you to do that right now. Wow. Ley line, you can just leave. You're like, you know what? I don't want to be here. Bye. That's pretty interesting. Now, the last MMO I played, World of Warcraft, it let you mount in combat, but you had to not get hit for like a second and a half or 3 seconds or something to get on the mount. It was like a casting bar. And then if you got hit at all, you got dismounted. So, yeah, that's pretty sweet. Leyline Acclamation. Flying mounts can use ley lines and rising spirits. Updrafts regenerate the flying mount's flight meter. There's some pretty good stuff here. All right, I'm gonna go back into dark mode and then we'll continue on. Names are subject to change. In our June 27th blog about Skyscale Masteries, a formatting error caused the text associated with Tier 6 to display incorrect cells, implying that there was an additional effect for players who had trained both Masteries. That error has been corrected. Okay. We're excited for you to get your hands on the Skyscale's new Fireball skill. It flows well with the other tricks, and it opens up some neat combat options. The new Fireball skill allows you to precisely aim where the projectile will land using your cursor. Similar to the Siege Turtle's passenger ability to fire projectiles at enemies, this new Fireball skill will not cause a dismount, so you can soar through the skies and take down threats from above, whether they're on the ground or in the air. The Cryptists have aerial threats of their own that require your Skyscale skills to take care of, and you'll be able to practice those skills via adventures throughout Guild Wars 2 SOTO to ensure that you're prepared for any threat the Cryptists will bring to you. One of the explorable zones includes a new Skyscale target practice adventure that'll have you racing around spitting fireballs left and right. After you complete Flight Training Mastery Line in the Guild Wars 2 SOTO Skyscale Collection, a new collection will open up that awards a Cryptist-themed Skyscale skin. So we were actually looking at this earlier. This is horrifying. Oh, it's got human teeth instead of dragon teeth. It has spikes coming out of its eyes. Its top half of its snout is gone. It has like a knife coming out of the bottom of its snout, and it appears to have needles for back legs. So if you want that, power to you. That's going to keep me up at night. Prepare for takeoff. The new Skyscale unlock method and masteries will be available on August 22nd with the initial release of Guild Wars 2 SOTO. We'll be back before then with more news about upcoming features, and you can pre-purchase anytime before launch to start playing the moment the release goes live, in addition to securing pre-purchase rewards like the Demon Hunter title. See you in the skies of Tyria. Okay. So, that is all very interesting. I actually love, I won't turn dark mode off again, but some of these stuff here is really, really good. Rising Spirits, Leyline Acclamation, Combat Launch Updrafts. These are really nice. The ability to mount in combat, that's wild. Honestly, it reminds me a little bit of like being a druid in WoW and you're in a fight that you didn't want. You just shapeshift into a bird and just leave. You're like, you know what, I'm done here. I'm leaving. So, that seems pretty great. All right, cool. So that is the news on that. One other bit of news I can share today, and this was actually from, I think 5 days ago, but it was such a small thing, I didn't make a video of it. I was waiting for something else to come out to pack with it. This is on the Riffs. They released a little video about the Riffs. So here we have a character in SOTO. She activates the new item we get. And then you see those lines moving through the air? They're pointing toward the nearest rift, it seems. So she follows them. And she finds a rift. So, similar to finding a bounty, I guess. And then she dismounts, and she activates the gizmo a second time. And it tears the rift open. And we see giant spooky eye. So Sauron's there. He likes to watch. And then it spawns a monster. I hope that it's challenging, or that there are times, if there's more players, there's more monsters. Because again, in my last video, I compared it to the Rift MMO, where like waves come out, and then there was like a big thing at the end. But in this, they just show one monster. So she vindicates it. She uses the gizmo a third time, and it closes the rift. And presumably gets a reward. And then she uses the gizmo a fourth time, and it points her toward the next rift. And that's it. So this was just a very small teaser video, less than 1 minute long, on their Twitter, and they released this 5 days ago. They said it would scale. They did say it would scale, but we don't know if it's going to scale like number of enemies or strength of the one enemy. Like, will the one enemy just get stronger if there's more people there, or will there be more enemies that come out of the portal if there's more people there, you know? It will work either way. I just think it's more entertaining if there's waves and not just like one hit point sponge that there's 50 people just wailing on. That's all. We just don't know in what way it's going to scale. So I'll have links to both of these in the comments down below if any of you wish to check that out. But yeah, so new info on Skyscale, some actually juicy new upgrades for it that look really nice, some skins that look horrifying, and a very small teaser of the new Rift system. So we really just saw like the bare bones on that video, but it's enough to get a general idea. But that's it. If you've got any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, or anything you want to add on this, put it in the comments down below. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.